Hey guys, Nicole here with Obscure Reptiles and Caging, and today we're going to be telling you about our ball python waitlist for 2023 season. So let's get started. Hey guys, so today we are telling you about our waitlist. We do our waitlist every year. If you guys are new here, we're going to go through it completely in depth. But the reason why we do our wait list is it gives people time to save up for a certain animal, and it allows us to know where animals are going to be going as soon as they hatch, rather than waiting until everybody's actually ready to go and then have 100 babies we're posting at the same time. So the first thing is we wait until we actually get eggs from our female ball pythons to start our wait list every year. That can range from April, May, June, July, and normally by August we've had most of our clutches. So there's a pretty wide range, but when it comes to ball pythons, they kind of decide when they're having them. So what we do is we take a $25 deposit for whatever you want to be added to our wait list. We do this because it kind of weeds out all the people who are not serious about purchasing. So what it is a $25 deposit on that animal, so it goes towards that animal. It is a non-refundable deposit. We look at deposits as the first payment, first installment on that animal. So it's not refundable because that kind of defeats the purpose of doing a deposit. Basically, that first $25 is for our time and our efforts of, talking, answering a bunch of questions to people, being there 24/7 to, answer questions that come up, show photos, talk to them about everything that we do, and show them in person or be able to ship those animals. That $25 is for our time, but it does go towards the price of that animal. So it's not a huge loss, for example, if someone changes their mind, but it still pays for our time and effort. And also, because you are on that wait list, you decide at the last minute, right before they hatch, never mind. I had to tell a whole bunch of other people, no, they could not be on our wait list, and they've moved on to other breeders and stuff like that. So that's why we do the $25 deposit. We will be posting on our Facebook page, Twisted Reptiles. This is a little logo. It's really easy to find. We will be posting what we'll be pairing so you guys will know what kind of babies we will have, what to expect. Normally we also make a generalized list of things that you can expect morph-wise. So pretty much every year we have things like pied, blue-eyed Lucy, albino pied. Now we're doing clowns, stuff like that. So what we'll do is we post, let's say we're breeding our albino pied to our albino pied. That means every single baby will be albino pied. So what we do is, let's say we get, like last year, we got 11 eggs. We will put down 7 or 8 names, and that will be our wait list. That way, in case any of the eggs don't make it, we decide to hold any back, we still have that 7 or 8 people for babies, and only a couple that would be extra and by the end of it. So what we need to know from you guys is basically what you're looking for. Like, okay, I really want albino pied, and we need to know the gender. Really want a male, really want a female, or you really just don't care. You want you're basing it on you just want a pet. That's totally fine. But when we do our wait list, let's say we have 11 eggs for albino pied pairing. We've got 8 spots. That means we're only going to take deposits on 4 males and 4 females, just because we go by the odds. Gender is normally 50-50, or at least that's, what they call it. So we would not be taking deposits on anything other than that. So if we've already got 4 females and you want a female, unfortunately we won't be able to put you on the wait list, but once they hatch, we can reach out to you if you're still interested, or, once they do hatch, you guys can also contact us. We will post things that are available for deposit. So once you are on our wait list and let's say our eggs are starting to hatch, what we used to do was for example, if you are the first pick for albino pied males, we used to send all the photos to that one person and let them choose. But it would take some people weeks because they wanted to ask other people, or they just wanted time to choose and think about it. And then we've got, other people on the wait list who were further down the list, and they were very anxious and really wanted to choose their snake, and I was fielding all these questions from them nonstop of can I pick, and the other person was taking their sweet time. So part of our wait list now, we are saying you get 24 hours from the time we send you the photos for what you get to choose. It's not very unreasonable, because basically when the eggs are laid, we have a general idea. It's going to be 55 to 65 days So we'll pretty much have the date or within the week of when they hatch. And once they start hatching, we post, we reach out, and then we send all the photos to that person. So that gives everyone, they'll already kind of have a rough idea of when we'll be sending those photos, and updates throughout, and if things start pipping, stuff like that. But let's say you are number one for albino pied male, we'll send you the photos and you have 24 hours to let us know which male you would like, or we will move down to the next person. That way it's fair for everybody instead of putting pretty much everybody on hold just because one person didn't respond. We will be doing that. That's a little bit different this season. Now, once the babies are officially out of the egg and they have officially hatched, 50% of that baby is due. So, to make the math super easy, let's say it's a $125 snake. You gave a $25 deposit, that's what it was to be put on the wait list, so now you owe $100 on that baby. When you choose, okay, this is the snake I want, you owe $50, either local pickup or we have PayPal, Venmo, and we're working on making a Cash App. So $50 is due. That means you've already paid $75, and all that's left on that $125 snake is $50. So that means you don't have to pay any more money until you actually pick up that animal or it gets shipped to you. Once a baby actually hatches, comes out of the egg, you've paid your 50%. Now what's going to happen is we are going to take care of that baby until it's ready to go. So we will send update photos when they've had their first shed. We will let you know when they've had their first meal. And our rule is we like 5 meals, and the last 3 have to be consistent in a row. So we know that that animal is thriving and eating very well. So people ask all the time, how long will that take? There's a big range. Some babies, they come out of their egg today, they hatch 7 days later, they have their first meal 3 days later, then they have 5 meals, so every 5 days, so they're ready to go in literally like a month and a half, 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, because they're eating like this, they're ready to go. Most babies take 1 to 2 weeks to shed, then they take anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 weeks to have that first meal. Then they slowly start eating, or they're a little bit picky, a little shy in the beginning. So there's a huge range. Normally we tell people babies are ready within 5 to 12 weeks from when they hatch. That also gives people more time to be able to save up for that animal, and it gives us plenty of time to work with that animal, make sure it's healthy, make sure it's thriving, and make sure it's completely ready to go before you guys actually get it. Another thing that we're changing about our wait list is we have had a couple issues, especially in the last few years, of we tell people, okay, this baby is on his last meal. It's going to be ready to go, let's call it 2 weeks from now. So we're ready to pick a date to pick up. And then they say, okay, don't get back to us. We say, okay, it's had our last meal. Let's arrange time for pickup. And we end up holding on to this animal for weeks or months because that person, I'm guessing, actually didn't have the money ready. They didn't save up in time. And we end up keeping this animal weeks or months longer than, our agreed upon date. So on this wait list, part of it is going to be once the baby is officially ready to go, there is 7 days to be able to come get this animal, to get ready for it to be shipped, and for that remaining balance to be paid in full, or we're going to do a holding fee. The only reason that we're doing this is because we had a lot of people who changed their mind last minute when, we say, okay, we'll see you Saturday, and then they say, okay, sorry, we don't have I can't make it, I won't be there, let's push it back to Saturday 3 weeks from now. Not only do I have to rearrange my whole day to be able to, make appointments with you guys, I have, a full-time job, taking care of all these animals, a normal life, helping my grandparents, normal family stuff, and even just like going and doing things. If I have to wait here for people, then they end up not showing up, or last minute tell me they can't be here. This is the best way I could come up with to deter that. And also, if it does continue to happen, then at least I get refunded for my, my time, rearranging my schedule, and having to, pretty much bend over backwards. I'm a very flexible, reasonable person. This is more or less for people who will be breaking the rules, which every year we have people who will just keep pushing it. A couple years ago, I had someone who wanted like 10 babies, and we agreed on this date, and they ended up not getting their animals for almost 5 months after the agreed upon date. It just kept getting pushed back, and unfortunately that ends up, messing with the plans I have for the room, what I'm doing, and on top of that, it's pretty frustrating to schedule something and then have someone not show up, or last minute tell me, oh, never mind, it'll be weeks or months from now. So we're going to be adding that to the wait list, but we've been doing it for probably 8-ish years now, and it works really well other than these little things that we're trying to work on. The reason I really like doing the waitlist is it gives a lot of people a chance to get something that they normally wouldn't be able to have. Let's say somebody really wants this $500 animal, but is going to take a few months to save. Well, that's perfect because the eggs are just hatched. You only need to come up with $25. That gives you almost 2 full months just to come up with half of it, and it gives you normally another 2 full months to come up with the rest. So all in all, you get 4 to 6 months to be able to come up with that price of the animal, which not only is it helpful to me because I know where the animals are going, I don't have to worry about trying to find a home for it, but it's also kind of helping other people as well. We are super excited for this breeding season, but if you guys have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We do new videos every other Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.